one pathetic loser. I think you suck.
Okay, who's the jerk?
Now listen here, you little bastard. Just turn round and walk out of here the same way as you came in.
Alright guys, welcome to the video. Today I'm going to talk about bad behavior in games, especially game chat or voice chat, the psychology behind it and how best to deal with it. So let's jump right in. We probably have experienced different kind of bullying, is either as kids, youth or adults. Bullying can come in various forms. You've probably seen it in the schoolyard. But it can happen online in the games too. And we all had bad teammates or maybe played against someone that would go out of the way to hurt our feelings. If you're someone who has experienced this, you're not alone. This is very normal. We know that millions play and millions of people experience this often. Okay, we listened to some examples in the beginning, and these are also some normal examples. GGEC, noob, you suck, I hope your family, etc. And it goes on and on from bad to worse. If you have heard this before, in written or in words, you're not alone. Okay, so why does these people do this? What are they dealing with? So we can assume they are dealing with low self-esteem. If you're a happy person, you wouldn't feel the need to just call other people names. It's just childish behavior. It's not necessary at all. Also, these people have unresolved anger. Maybe had the anger issues from when they were young, which haven't been resolved. So they have a lot of this resentment or feelings within that they take out on you in the game chat. Totally unnecessary. So take it for what it is. You don't have to take it at heart. You can you choose how to deal with it. They don't describe you, they show more of themselves with what they do. And they need to feel powerful. And we know that bullies that bully have been bullied themselves as a young kid. Okay, so they carry this hurt within them and they have to do the same to feel better about themselves. So it's all about them and nothing about you. I can't say this message enough. Okay, so when you get all this, there are some questions that you should ask yourself. Is this person really happy? If this person is really happy, would he or she have the need to tell you this? And you can feel or you can read or you can hear that it is an emotional response. It's something that comes from anger or sadness, or you can see that it's not rational. So, is this person happy? Do they feel good about themselves? Does this person really know you? Probably not. And what does do this person want to achieve with this, with all this hate? And in the slide before, I explained they want to feel powerful. Don't give them that feeling. And as I will talk about later, the best response is often no response at all. And we know when you're triggered, you get an emotional response and you're not rational. So you're not thinking straight. You are doing the things in anger, in an emotional state. You're hurt, and you should take that with a grain of salt, really. We know that games are designed to get you invested, to get you engaged in the game in an emotional way. So you play, you get excited, you like the feeling, and you hate to lose, as most of us do. So when you either die in a game, or you get shot, or you get killed in Fortnite or whatever, of course you're bummed out, but don't take it out on the person on the other side. It's not just a game character, it's a person sitting on the other side, and it doesn't matter if you're a kid, if you're adolescent, if you're adult, you will feel it. And maybe you have experienced some difficult times before, and this will act as an emotional trigger. So be careful and choose your words wisely. People play for different reasons, of course: fun, excitement, and an escape from reality. So it's just good to know that a lot of people, they get so invested in the game, maybe they don't have a life outside the game. So when they die inside the game, they really feel it. So just take the emotional response as it is. Don't take it to heart, please. So, if a person really goes out their way to send you an angry insult or angry response or whatever, that must mean you have in some way got to them. So you can take that as a win. Let them deal with the loss. Let them take the L and move on. You're done. The game is done. There's nothing more to say. So don't give them the emotional reaction. That's what they want, so they feel they have the power over you. Don't give them that response. Make themselves feel stupid for not getting the reaction that they want. Important. So, bullying can come in different forms. I'm a teacher in Norway, and I have observed different behavior, and we know that people can be cruel towards each other. You get competitive, you want to win, of course, and many people want to walk great lengths to win, understandably, but there's something called fair play. It's in soccer, it's in sports, it's in games. So be someone that you want to play against. Don't be a jerk online. It's not helping anyone. And in school, you've probably seen the bullies. You've probably seen something bigger pick on something smaller than themselves, or people trying to find a flaw with a person and try to pick on them, try to put them down. And yeah, it's the same thing in games. Maybe you have a player that have a lot of hours invested in a game, and you have a player that is just starting. If they play together, of course the other person is going to win. It's self-explanatory. So why would the person that is winning feel the need to put the other person down? It's ridiculous. So just know that even if you have a great advantage and you see the other player is experienced, either way, there's no reason to get personal, or it's really pathetic if you think of it. Like, the person has to get really emotionally invested and attack you outside the game if they lose, and you can be a sore winner too. Okay. So what should you do with it if you experienced mean comments? And one of the reasons that I made this video is because I've read a few posts in different Facebook groups, and I think it's sad. I think it's really sad when I read about people getting really upset about people harassing them online. Maybe they have a difficult day at work. Maybe their girlfriend or boyfriend left them. Maybe they are struggling economically. Who knows? They don't need you. They don't need that additional toxicness, and you don't need it. So what can you do to block it or stay away, and then act in an intelligent way? So a lot of games I've experienced has a report function that you should use. It's there for a reason. So if a player has enough reports on them, the developers or someone can do something about it. Okay, maybe they get some sort of a penalty in some form. We don't know. It's different from game to game. Okay, don't engage in the interaction. You're not obliged to respond if someone sends you a group chat or something, or someone invites you to a party. That's totally your choice. You don't have to do anything. Your own person with your own will. So know that. And there's also a neat function that makes you that you can block certain messages from entering your inbox or voice invitations to chat. Turn it off if you don't want to engage in conversation. And in my experience, I play PlayStation. I just turned my notification off because I know what seems like a friend request is not really a friend request. Someone is asking me to be their friend to spew their hate or empty their feelings on me. Do you think I allow that? No. I don't want to listen to them. So I just ignore it. That's a much better and more appropriate response, I feel. So, remember, it's not about you. You did nothing wrong. It's them. They had this emotional response. They felt a need to take their feelings out on you to try to make themselves feel better. And there's nothing like constructive going on in these chats. It's just ridiculous. It's just one person on one side and one person on the other side, and no one is winning. It just goes back and forth. It's ridiculous. If you have read or heard some of these chats, it's crazy. It's just it seems like a bunch of kids just yelling at each other, and each party is trying to win and try to top the other. So it goes from one insult to a worse insult and try to top each other. Do you really want to take part of this game? It's voluntarily. You can take the high road. You can take the passage that is the most sensible thing to do. To not engage. You're not obliged to do anything. It's your choice. And just know, people that are happy, who truly are peaceful, wouldn't feel the need to just go out of their way and just message other people mean things or try to say mean things to them. They're doing their own thing. They have their own life. They're trying to improve themselves. And you're not improving yourself by beating others down. It's just not the way to go. It's a bad way to go. And if you feel like this person has done something wrong to you in game, of course you can contact people, but try to do it in a constructive way. Try to think before you speak or text and choose your words wisely. You have the choice of who to listen to, who to engage with. And if you get a bad feeling, you should act on it. Make it serve as a warning sign, a red flag, if you will. So, with that being said, I hope this video gave you some advice. And I wish you good gaming. I'll see you guys.